I watch the markets every morning, numbers dancing on my screen. Something tells me this is different, biggest chance I've ever seen. Every paycheck that I'm saving goes into this rocket ride. We're not just buying shares, we're buying hope we can't hide. Countdown, engines on, this is our time. Countdown, we belong in this climb. We're going to the moon, all together now. We're going to the moon, nothing brings us down. Hold the line, through the ups and downs. We're going to the moon, all together now. To the moon, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. We're going up, to the moon, to the moon. Started with $100, now it's everything I own. But I'm not scared because I know I'm not flying this alone. Every trader in their bedroom, every dreamer with a phone, we're all pilots on this mission, making history our own. Countdown, engines on, this is our time. Countdown, we belong in this climb. We're going to the moon, all together now. We're going to the moon, nothing brings us down. Hold the line, through the ups and downs. We're going to the moon, all together now. To the moon, to the moon, to the moon. We're going up, to the moon. When they say we can, we say we will. When they say we won't, we're climbing still. Diamond hands forever, we're in this together. Nothing's gonna stop us now. We're going to the moon, all together now. We're going to the moon, nothing brings us down. Hold the line, through the ups and downs. We're going to the moon, all together now. To the moon, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. We're going up, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. All together now. To the moon, we're going up right now. Starting small but thinking big, taking chances on the little things. $5 on the table, nothing I can spare. Watching numbers dancing, hope is in the air. My neighbor texts me screenshots, her first winning green. We're all just making something from the spaces in between. When the morning bell is ringing, I can feel it in my chest. All these tiny bets we're spinning into something we can celebrate. Small stakes making big dreams, nothing's ever what it seems. When we're building up together, small stakes making big dreams, lighting up the in-betweens. We're stronger than we know. Yeah. Kitchen table planning, charts spread on the floor. Kids are watching cartoons while I'm checking the score. Text chains with my people, sharing wins and fails. Every little victory tips the bigger scales. When the closing bell is singing, I can feel it in my bones. All these chances we've been taking into something we can celebrate. Small stakes making big dreams, nothing's ever what it seems. When we're building From the couch to the moon, we're climbing every dollar planet, we're growing. Risk is just another word.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a good day. All right, let's bring up this doc so I can see the chat. Loading in here already. Missed your last stream. I was sleeping heavy on a sleeping pill. With sleeping pills. Sheesh. Going through it. Oh, there you go. I thought it was you. Welcome in here. Okay. Let me turn this music down a little bit. There we go. That shouldn't be too loud, right? Okay. All right. Interesting morning, guys. Interesting morning. We had that nice move earlier this morning. If you guys seen the post I had in Stock Twits, I put in the dark pool numbers. Today was the second day in a row that we had dark pool in the first 30 minutes of the trading day under 60%. That's back-to-back days. So that was pretty nice to see, to be honest, because we're so over manipulated. It's crazy. Anyways, so I was keeping an eye on it, and on Discord, I put that. I noticed that the dark pool shot up out of nowhere to 74, 77%, and I understand that has to do with volatility and volume and everything that we've been going through, right? So I posted. So the dark pool jumped to 74% on this little dip. Remember, we went down to 88 cents this morning, and the shares available to borrow are now 1.6 million. Now, if you've been watching the stock lately, here, maybe we could bring it up here. Look, dark pool's under 70% now. Let's refresh that, actually. All right. Cost to borrow. Okay. Well, historically, recently, the stock has been, the borrow shares available have been around 1.3 or lower, right? It goes up to 1.3. These are institutional shares. Those that I talk about that are used to shorten the lit market. So they've been using these shares, 1.3 million, and they've been dumping it using laddering and dark pools, returning the shares, suppressing the price, and then reborrowing the shares and repeat over and over laddering, right? Here, I'll turn the music down somewhere. There you go. That should be good. So, hopefully you can hear me now. So now, what I started seeing with this post, what I was talking about here, with the cost to borrow, these shares went up to 1.6 this morning. Now they're at 1.7. So I ended up posting this. And again, this is on Discord. You can find it on my X profile or on StockTwits profile if you want to join it. So I put, let's see, the shares available to borrow are now at 1.6 million. The market orders are pretty low and neutral. Here you have the orders here. Neutral, boring, right? Low. I wonder if one broker had enough yesterday and started recalling shares. Because yesterday, this is the daily, we had this move, right? And the same thing happened yesterday. Look at this. The same thing happened yesterday, right? They tried to dump us in the morning. We got a wick at the bottom. Bam, took off. We took off in the beginning of the day. This is the first 30 minutes. Low dark pool. Low dark pool volume, under 60%, means that more shares that you are buying or that the broker's recalling are hitting the lit market. And then, towards the end of the day right here, the dark pool shot up back to 60, 70%. Okay? And it stayed pretty steady that high. This morning, the same thing happened, but it was a little bit later into the trading day. But the dark pool stayed below 60%. And then you hit this point right here at 88 cents, and you had these massive candles, and now you're getting retest. This is normal price action. This is not nothing to expect us to go back down. Look at this wick on this candle. There's buyers coming in, and I don't know if it's me or you because dark pool is still high. This to me is what I said here on my post. I'm watching this close. There's a battle going on with all this silence. Remember, it was silent this morning, right? The question is the battle them versus us? or them versus them. And then as soon as I posted that, we got this thing. Literally, as soon as I posted that, we got this thing. I don't know if the times match up because I had to go and screenshot it and I was still typing all this. 7:31, 7:29, 7:31. So it was pretty much around the same time. I'm bringing up Weeble. And then we got this candle at 8:27. So, yeah. 7:30. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. Did I predict the future? Because the time doesn't make sense. 7:31. 7:29. Okay, I'm tripping on that. Anyways, the whole point is that I believe, in my personal opinion, is that brokers are now recalling on T+19, heading into T+20 to avoid settlement. And you're watching the price action happen right now, volume increasing, etc., etc. So, to get the day started, aside from that, now that we cut straight to the chase, I want to say I am not a financial advisor. You are responsible for your own trades, your own money. The stock market is real. It is not monopoly. Whatever you put in, you could lose. So be careful, know your risk management, and follow a good trading system. Now, with that being said, that I'm not responsible for you, I also have to say I'm not affiliated with any institution, shorts, hedge funds, GNS, any law firm, anybody that works for GNS, not nobody on Twitter that works for them that I know of, in any way like that financially. And yeah, questions? Let's hit the chat. John says, good day so far. Great day so far. Let's put the price action back on there. There we go. Another eating. Good morning from UK. Hey, all the way to the UK. LA to the UK. That's nice. That's wild, huh? Interwebs. Ain't no financial advisors, only bums, noobs, and scrubs. Yeah. So we're gonna look at this price action a little bit, and we're gonna look at the cost to borrow. Still pretty elevated, 24.69. So back to the point with this. Now you're seeing it go to 1.7 shares available to borrow. You're starting to see these numbers rise, which means this is a tell sign that they're starting to get these shares back, recalling them. Okay, they're not using them. Oh, I guess they used them right here to scare people in the morning. But look, they're getting recalled by one broker. I think one broker had enough of this and is protecting themselves, and that's why you're seeing this go up. Okay? Now, this volume, I've seen people talk about buyback. This is not buyback. No. This is definitely not a buyback. Unless there's a filing. Did I miss a filing on a buyback? No. There's rules when it comes to buyback, guys. This is not a buyback. We'll see with the filing if it comes out later. This is generally brokers returning shares. This is T+19, T+20. This is what's happening right now. They're trying to contain it within the dark pool right now. That's what's happening. Okay? The algorithms were trying to follow TA. You had a breakout here after these KC bands, and you came back down here. You try to respect it, right? You came down. If I put this on the daily, look how well this respected the channel here. Was it the weekly? Did I do it on the weekly? No, it was daily. So we came back down here after we touched the top of this KC band, and we came all the way down to the middle band and bounced back up, and then we held above this box line, which is a demand zone, on the weekly. In a weekly candle. So we're holding above it. This is technically a breakout right now. We're breaking out of it. If we hold the week above this, then we're breaking out. Today is the end of the week. This is the last day of this candle. So you'll probably see something between, hopefully, between a close of over 99 cents. I'm going to say $1 and 109. Between there, above there. That's the area that you'll probably end up at. If we do have a complete breakout and they lose all control and dark pool numbers start going down and the volume starts going crazy in the squeeze, right now our volume is almost doubled, 6 million. You could see us touching at least between 120 and 145, 150 today. And then Monday is T+20 is when the action should happen. And if they don't do it by Monday, if they can't cover today silently, if you guys are giving them shares and they cover, then we'll see, we'll readjust. But if they can't get this this stuff done, sorry, I almost cursed. If they can't get this done by the end of the day on Monday, T+20, honestly, I don't think I've ever witnessed a failed settlement like this, like from where I've been involved in the stock to now. It's gonna be pretty special for me, to be honest. So, you know, maybe throw a little love to the universe, and maybe we'll get some back, right? Maybe we get blessed, and we could get this cracking here today and Monday, and then hopefully by Tuesday we're all very very happy. So any questions, guys? I'm gonna go back into the chat. Let's see. Rob, good morning, UK. Man, a lot of you guys from the UK. Okay. What's the deal with the ERL shares and the dividend? Okay. Well, weren't you in here yesterday? We talked about it yesterday. If you don't know what's going on with the ERL or the dividend in specifics, the video live I did yesterday, I suggest you go watch it because I detailed it with a board. I'll go through it right now, slightly in a few minutes. We'll see, depending on the price action. But yesterday was pretty detailed. And the video I made before that, the actual video, which is the GNS Squeeze Part 2, I break it down with like PowerPoint of the order of events that led to where we are today with the RL, and why I sound crazy stupid when I'm talking about T+19, T+20. I tell you the rules. I'll tell you what's going on when it comes to all that. AC, good morning. Do you believe that email that's circulating that X% is the final piece to West? I don't know. I'll believe it when KK brings it up. If he brings out a filing, I'll believe it. I don't want to believe what's circulating on the internet, even though he kind of touched on it. Wes kind of touched on it, right? That he was getting emails on that last call they had before we got dumped all the way to 70 cents again. But I think that I'm gonna wait for official filings before I go into that. My thoughts when it comes to that lawsuit is that they're waiting for this to finish, to settle this whole ERL thing. That's my opinion. That I have no facts with that. It's my opinion. I really do believe that they're waiting for all the data, however you want to pronounce it, to get some numbers in, instead of going from spoofing, manipulate, to go to naked shorting lawsuits, because they'll have proof of it. So that's my opinion when it comes to that. But I don't know. I'm just a goofy on the internet. J. Cole. Oh, I love J. Cole. Not you, the real J. Cole. Let's see. Rules may be different on. No, I love you too, Spartan. I'm just kidding. Rules may be different on international buybacks, but not saying this is happening. Yeah, that's true, but it doesn't make. But see, that's the thing. They're involved in the New York Stock Exchange. That's in America, so they have to follow the rules, as far as I know. But you could be right. You could be right. If you could find that information out for me, I will gladly agree with you. For now, we'll just agree to disagree. John says, imagine what we'd look at with 100 million plus volume. Man, imagine what we'd look like with a billion plus volume. But here's the thing when it comes with volume in this stock, guys. Let me get out of the weekly because this looks pretty boring. When it comes to the volume with GNS, this is not like GME, okay? It'll be great to see that. Something like GME, like a meme craze, or like, what's this hot stock right now? Open one? No, it's one, right? Is it open or one? I forgot what it's called. Anyways, what you're seeing with that meme volume, the GNS doesn't need that. There's a liquidity crisis going on here. If you see to the right on my times and sales here on the right of the screen, I don't know if you could see it, but the times and sales here, I have it set specifically for big orders. So none of the small orders, the one orders, two orders come in. I want to see if this is a buyback. I want to see 100,000 shares being bought on the lit market. I want to see the action come in, and I haven't seen it, right? I see big orders like 10,000, 20,000 once in a while. I mean, you're talking minutes apart, but it's not like you would normally see with a buyback when you're seeing like 100,000, 50,000 here or there, and small blocks depending on the volume of the day, right? Depending on the safe harbor rules. But that's what I'm watching. I'm watching that. I'm watching the spread, and I'm watching off exchange, aka dark pools, and the cost to borrow. So I'm watching all that. So let's refresh the cost to borrow real quick, and we'll get back to the chat. That hasn't changed. Let's look at the. Well, that changes every 15 minutes. So We'll check it in about 8 minutes. Exchange volume. Here we go. So we're holding under 70% off exchange, aka dark pool. That's 69.82%. So usually they like to keep us in the 70% area when they're beating us down. And the fact, guys, that we're going up on this amount of dark pool and suppression, all this is suppression, price suppression. The fact that we're going up, or we had the movie that we had with this amount of dark pool, is even more proof that brokers are recalling shares and buying. Okay, these are just small crumbs that I talk about. Okay, what's the volume in the lit exchange? Look at this. Today's lit volume is 1.8 million. Okay, usually this is nothing. Okay, the last 2 days, the lit volume, the volume that matters, is 1.8 million, which is a big improvement to the recent numbers. So let's keep it up. Here we go, back to 105. We're gonna test 105.96 here, and let's see if we can break out again, make another leg up. Yeah, you were okay. Rob, good morning. Says waiting on my GNS shares from my ERL holdings. Well, you're gonna have to wait for them to cover, baby. You might get them pretty soon. AC says facts. Good point on the KK has been solid. Yeah, KK is solid. If you guys are just on X and you're not on StockTwits, I think he's on X as well. KK has been providing us with great information when it comes to the RICO cases. Every case that GNS has right now, he usually gives us a heads up before it gets released into the mainstream. So we've been getting a good heads up on that. So thank you, KK, if you're listening, or if you listen to this later. On behalf of me and everybody else, we appreciate your work, buddy. Zaka, good to see you in here. I believe ERL is the last piece. I believe ERL is the first and the main piece. I don't think it's the last piece. I think this is what everything is waiting for in the market to happen here. I think the litigation, everything delayed this, and I think now that ERL is delisted, it's go time. It's go time. That's what I think. It's my opinion. Not 100% guaranteed. My bad, Cole. My bad. I believe ERL is about the 50 million GNS shares. I believe pretty. The amount of ERL shares that were owed in general is not the point of this, because those shares were already the obligation is already completed. Okay, GNS already accounted for those shares. They're pretty much sitting at a desk somewhere waiting for all this to be finished so they can return the shares to you guys. That's essentially what's happening right now, in simple terms. Okay, so the main part of the ERL thing is the short, what got shorted from it. That's the main point. So let's say there's 6 million shares short of ERL due to the splits or whatever, right? That's what's owed. You're talking about the last few months in the open market, the total volume per day was like, what, 1.5 million? 2 on a good day? So you're talking about they're going to be scrambling to buy 7 million ERL shares on the lit market, on the open market, because you guys own all the shares. Well, me too, I guess. I'm invested in it too. We own all the shares, so they have to get those shares from us, or they have to get it from dilution. Neither is happening. So they're not going to give you your shares. We talked about this yesterday. So now what we're waiting for is for the brokers to cut risk. Remember, I've been talking about risk management. We're waiting for them to do it, and it looks like one broker might be doing it right now. I think the first domino has fallen, and I think they're trying to get out of this before Monday. We'll see if more pile in, but they're still fighting it. How do you know they're still fighting it? These dark pool numbers are still high. Look, back to 70%. If you start seeing this dark pool go down to 40, 50%, and this lit exchange go from 29% to 40% or higher, and it just destroys dark pool and it goes 60% lit market, that's when you know it's happening. Okay? Right now you're getting the first signals of it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you guys? That's the easiest way I could break down how you know this is happening. Okay? Right now it's not 100%. We're getting the crumbs. We're getting a look into it. Okay? This is not the squeeze. This is risk management being done by a broker. Okay, let's see. Zaka says ERL last price lawsuit coming next week, Wednesday. I hope so. Taylor, good to have you in here. Says KK the man for sure. NL East in here. What's up, baby? The great, the GOAT, NL East. Rob says I'm on both X and StockTwits. Okay, and some of you guys I probably know pretty good from StockTwits, but when you join the Discord, you don't tell me who you are, so it's hard for me to see who you are. Like I have to guess. Like I didn't know NL East was who he was, and I known that dude for pretty much years. Scott Fisher in here. Good morning, bud. Is it possible that they keep it suppressed no matter how many shares are being called back? That's what they're doing. Yes, that's exactly what they're doing, and we're testing that top of the KC channel right now that we talked about. 106. We're trying to get a breakout out of it right now on the screen. So let's see what happens with that. Okay, I think we're caught up in the chat. Yep. Cool. If you guys have anything to add, just put it on there. I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. But for now, we're looking good, guys. We're looking good. Let's look at a big picture here. Let's look at a daily. Daily looks beautiful. Look at this thing. TA wise, this looks nice. As far as like indicators like RSI, I use the slow stochastic as my main indicator. On the daily, we are only at 46. We're actually at 30 here with a green band. So we are well rested and ready for a move. And like I said, I am expecting a good move today. I'm expecting to close the day above 98 cents. And on the base case and on the bullish case, I'm expecting between 120 and 150 by end of day. Lunch is coming up. So as soon as we test this top right here of 107, 108, because this KC band keeps jumping up. So once we break out of this 107, if we do, then we're going to get that run to 120. If we don't, expect to move back down to the $1 range once again, because lunchtime is coming. If we hold these kind of moves or even go up, that's even more proof that T+20, T+19 is doing its thing, and brokers are managing risk. 100%. 100%. Coffee. Excuse me. Rob says all the very best. All the very best to you, my friend. 90s dads, you've been in this thing forever. I think you got in here during the reverse split as well, right? We hit 108. That's pretty good, guys. Let's see. $2.89 to break even. But holding strong for double digits, God willing. Any updates on dividend news? Just what I give you right now. Okay. So this candle is pretty important. Heading into lunch here. We got 15 minutes until lunchtime. We're above the KC band. So usually right here we would get a lot of selling pressure and we would come right back down. And this is actually would be a double top. So you would come down here to demand around 93 cents. But the way we've been trading, I doubt it. And we're going to have strong support right here at 98 cents, 97, 95. So let's see if we get the bull in and we could go to 120. I'm pretty sure that's what everybody wants to see. Of course I know you're 90. I've known you for years too, man. It says 50 million. Damn. Share price is going to go nuts. Yeah, it's not 50 million. But, let's get back to that, though. That rule, the 204 rule, all contracts have to be accounted for. So, we don't know how many, if allegedly there's naked shorts here, wink, we don't know how many of those exist. Those could be in the millions, right? And think about it. Oh, here we go, 110. We're starting to have that breakout. Here we go. It's fighting for it. It's getting a little glitchy, baby. This is pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna slow down. I'm too excited. I'm gonna get a little boring now, guys, on purpose. I gotta catch my breath. Whew. Rob says thanks for all the information. Yeah, no problem. Listen, man, I'm an investor. I want to see this thing go. I'm with it. I'm with it. We're at 108.8. Let's see if we get that move. It's taking a sweet time. This is a 15-minute candle, so It'll close in 13 minutes. But that last candle had a great close. Let's see if we can hold this. Thanks, Alfred. Appreciate it. Alfred said, great stream. Let's go. Rocket emoji. Yeah, let's go. It's been a while since we had a chance to get excited here. 110. All right, let's see if we can break 112. Break 112. Take us to 120. Oh, they're fighting it. 109, 108, 110. Come on, baby. Scott Fisher says your info is much appreciated. No problem. Just sharing what I know. I encourage you guys to review everything I say on your own. Okay? Because when I get excited and I talk, I could be 90% right and I could just misinform you with the 10% because I get excited and I have 10 things going on. Okay? So please, I am telling you what I know, but please verify everything on your own. By you verifying everything that I say, makes you a better trader, a better investor, and you can't put a price on knowledge, right? Or you can. You really could. Schools do. So they're fighting this. They're trying to break down below this band again. They want to push us back down to 98 cents, I'm telling you. But we're looking for bullish signals here. If they can't do that and we just keep going up, this is great heading into next week. Can you guys imagine? Can you guys imagine what could happen if we end up at 120, 150 over the weekend with T+20 on Monday? If retail gets a hold of this and you start getting a little meme army, because now instead of us sounding like goofies, especially me talking about this T plus this and T plus that, and what are you talking about? You're stupid, Wyckoff goofy, right? Then I'll be Wyckoff G, Wyckoff genius. No affiliations to Genius Group. Can you imagine that? Then people start seeing the video or the information, and then they start going on StockTwits and seeing the lawsuit stuff that's going on over there. They put it all together over the weekend. If they start doing that, you start getting money, like me money coming into GNS, and you add that to the debt that they owe and to the brokers buying shares. Guys, this could get really exciting. Let's hope it all plays out. Let's hope it all plays out. We got the signs of everything working out, but look, the spread is 2 cents right now. Look at the spread. There's almost 7 million in volume, and the spread is 2 cents. 3 cents. The spread is 3 cents. Do you guys see this? I've been talking about this for months. You're seeing it live right now. This is not pre-market. This is a pretty decent spread. 3 cents, 2 cents. This is exciting to watch. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like a real goofy. I feel really vulnerable talking about this kind of stuff because I get really bad anxiety, and I have really bad ADHD. So the fact that I'm seeing this almost playing out and fighting for it to play out, and there's proof everywhere, is like, wow. My brain can't take it. Like, literally, I don't think you guys understand. My brain will probably explode if this goes to some crazy number in the share price. Not because of the share price, don't get me wrong. That'll be obviously the thing that'll benefit me the most. But emotionally, like mentally, if this does what I said it's going to do, or from the research that I've done on this, that I spent months doing, I'll probably cry. I'll be honest. I probably won't do a live because I'll probably be crying. It'll be such a mental accomplishment for me, more than a financial one. Anyways, enough sobbing. Let me get back to the chat. Mid says FOMO will kick in definitely over the weekend. Definitely. ATCH is moving, 50 million float. Yeah, I'll look into it, but we'll get back into the normal. Well, actually, I don't know if I'm gonna stream after GNS, to be honest. But if we do keep streaming after this, then we'll get back into the normal routine of normal stocks. But For right now, this is all GNS all day, baby. No matter how boring, no matter how fun, if I'm on here in these next few days, it's gonna be GNS only. Woo! Your average is 72 cents. That's good. What's everybody's average? A lot of you guys have pretty low averages. I've only seen a few high averages. That was from 90. And I saw another one that's pretty high. My average is higher than you guys. That's wild. But it's depends how you take it, because I was day trading it, so I really don't have a true average. My true average would probably be around like 40 cent range, probably 50 cent. But it's going up now. G Cole Spartan. My bad for you catching that left hook, man. If the share price does reach 130, 150s due to T+20, do you expect the share price quickly to decline with GNS Catalyst to fuel it further? Do you expect the share price to quickly decline again with GNS Catalyst to fuel it further? No, I don't. I think what we're seeing right now, if they fail to bring this down while using their biggest weapon, their only weapon, the off-exchange dark pools, if they fail to bring this price back down, this is telling you they lost control. Right now, we're witnessing a fight, guys. This is a battle, okay? Unless we see a filing that this was a buyback, this has been a battle. Okay? They might barcode us here the rest of the day, and this dark pool number might go to 80. I don't know, but they're trying to fight this lit volume, which is pretty high. And you guys have been in the stock, you know the open market volume is never this high. This is usually the whole trading day, which includes like 77% dark pool, right? For you guys that trade this, look what's going on today. 1.8, 2 million in the lit market. This is not your normal GNS manipulation going on here, right? There's something going on behind the scenes, and if you ask me, it's exactly this. There's a battle going on within all this silence. The question is the battle them versus us, or them versus them? That's where I'm at with all this, guys. You could take it as a conspiracy theory. I take it as I'm looking at data. I'm looking at the times of sales. I'm looking at dark pool data. I'm looking at volume. I'm looking at the history of the stock. I'm looking at the rules that we discussed. I'm looking at the day when it comes to all this, when all this started. I'm looking at T+20 coming. Let's see how much volume is in this candle. So this red candle, this candle's had 388,000. This candle had 349,000. Usually these candles have no volume. Those last few days, how were we yesterday? Look at this. Our volume has drastically increased. Look at this. I'm looking right here in this area. If you're looking at the screen, these numbers changing right here. When I put on the candle, it tells you the info on that candle. So this big candle had 349,000 yesterday, 315, and then we barcoded. Look, it started getting lower and lower. 50,000, 70,000, 80,000 when they jumped on dark pool. And then of course there's no volume in the pre-market after hours. But look at today. It's been big volume on every candle. I mean, for GNS, right? We're down to 101. Okay, so they did try to push us down to 98 on that dark pool. So we kind of saw it coming. My only worry is if they bring it down here to 93, 94 cents to this demand zone, but it would honestly be expected. What I want to see is bounce off of this 98 cents or even this 99 cents and go up to that 120. I want to see us end the day at 120. If we end the day above 120, I think that's going to be a launching pad on Monday. Here we go, back down to 101. Look at these on the MACD. Look at these bars here. They can't make their mind up. Usually they do this. They go in order, right? Low to high, high to low, or high to low, whatever the opposite, right? And then look at this. It looks like horrible teeth. It looks like my Frenchie. My Frenchie has teeth like this in the front and the bottom, and he has big fangs over here. But this is what it looks like. It's like little baby teeth that are all crooked. And look at this, guys. They shorted the market, and somebody's buying them up here. And it's not retail because the dark pool is not changing. So somebody's buying. I'm pretty sure it's brokers, but call me crazy. Whatever. Just don't call me late for dinner, baby. And there's a lot of big shares. Look at this. Now, remember I told you I have this set. What is my setting on this? I have it for 5,000. So my filter on times and sales is for 5,000. So it's not going to show me anything below 5,000 purchases of shares on this times and sales. We have 28,000 sold on the market, 6,000 neutral, 14,000, 7,000, 9,000, 10,000. So add those all up. Those are all sales shorted. And then you got 22,000 bought down here that you probably can't see, etc., etc. Look at this candle. Got back up. Are you guys starting to see what I'm talking about? Or do I sound crazy? We can cry in our Lambos. It'll be okay. Facts. So we're back to 104. Let's see if we can get back up. All right. What time is it? 9 o'clock? I'm thinking... do we stay on for lunch? You guys want me to stay on for another 30 minutes? Or you want me to hop off and then come back in power hour? What do you guys want? I'll do either or. Today's Friday, so I'm done trading. I'm free. But I do got to get ready to do a few things after the market close. And I don't think I'm going to get to making the video this weekend, so this is probably going to be it. By the way. Because we got the Canelo Crawford fight on Saturday, and we got football on Sunday. So I'll be hanging out with fam and hopefully a few friends here over the weekend. Let's go look at the shares available. Let's see if they're still going up. Cost to borrow. Okay, so they borrowed some more to short it down a little bit. So there's definitely a fight going on here. The fact that we got returned 1.7 million is crazy. I want to see if this stays up above like 1.3 million, which is the normal amount of shares that they borrow down here. If we stay above that, that's definitely a bullish sign for us, in my opinion. Yeah, it looks like we're going to come down here to 98, like I said, 103, 102. The spread is, bid is 102, ask is 104, still a 2-cent spread. And I'm almost out of coffee. John says 50 million shares of the company currently held in escrow will now be transferred to ERL in a private placement transaction under Section 4A2 of the Securities Act of 1933, restricted for 6 months. Yeah, and I think I touched on that earlier, but those shares that GNS created are not dilution as of yet. So as John pointed out in the comment section, they're going to be in escrow for 6 months. So they're not going to be able to be lent out, and they're not going to be able to be used for shorting or to be sold. So if you do get your ERL shares, you're not going to be able to sell them until that time passes by. So that's an important thing. There's other catalysts as well if you've only been here for ERL, but I'm pretty sure mostly everybody that is in GNS is in GNS for the lawsuits, for the other catalyst, rather than ERL itself, because if you were here for years, you probably know about ERL. But if you just recently came into learning about the company or GNS itself, you probably have no idea about ERL. or the lawsuits. But the lawsuits that we're waiting for are there's a RICO case that's going on between another company that we were involved with. We're in arbitration with this company, and they are hopefully trying to get back. I think it was 6 million back that they gave to this company. And how many shares was it? Do you guys know? Was it like 7 million? So that's something else going on to the side. And then the RICO case is two parties that pretty much tried to do what looked like to be a hostile takeover, allegedly, of GNS by a guy named Mo and Ritz. Again, allegedly. I don't know. I'm just assuming. But you can find all these filings. They're available to you. And again, this is where my man KK comes into play. If anybody knows his X account, let me know. I'll look it up and you guys could see it if you don't know who I'm talking about, so you can follow him, because that guy puts in work, man. All right, here we go, back to $1. Let's see if we get to 98 cents here and bounce back up. This is what we're curious to see happen. And again, one big sign we talked about this happening was lunchtime. The algorithms need to eat. They have to go get a bologna sandwich. The algorithms have to go get some cookies. Go eat some cookies from the internet and hang out. Spread is still 2 cents. Luke, welcome in here, bud. Luke. If I bought GNS in the last 3 months, do I get it? No. Oh, J. Cole already answered that. No. The ERL, like Cole said, was from August of 2023. So this has been going on for a while. What you're gaining from all this is part of the dividend, though, because if you're a shareholder in GNS right now, that dividend was the asset purchase agreement, which was 3-to-1 shares, right, for the purchase. So that means GNS would give ERL 3 GNS shares for 1 ERL share, right? So even if you weren't around for that dividend then, you're still benefiting for that dividend, because that's the whole point of this whole ERL situation and why we're talking about T+ dates and SEC 204 rules and FINRA rules, etc., and why you have the spread, low volume, and manipulation going. They have to buy those shares at 3-to-1. So if it's 7 million shares that they need to buy, and retail is holding, and there's only 1.5 million available shares that they could buy to cover, and they own 7 million shares, just talking in general, I don't know the exact number, but let's say there's 6-7 million shares that they have to buy back. Does it look like there's enough shares? No. There's not enough shares for them to buy in the open market. And you would think, well, why don't they just buy the ERL shares? They can't, because on the August 15th of this year, a few weeks ago, ERL no longer exists on the market. So they self-delisted, which is why we are where we are today. So that means that in order for them to meet that obligation to pay you guys, where's my ERL shares, right? From 2023, they first have to cover all the shares that they owe and return them to the clearinghouse, which they can't do because you guys are not giving them shares. It's like a cycle. It's a cycle. It's a giant cycle. And I talked about it yesterday, but all you guys are doing is most of you are probably using payment for order flow. So basically, you're buying failure to delivers. The market maker's holding your shares, and they're using those shares that they borrowed to dump the price, and then eventually they have to buy those failure to delivers. So it's just creating a bigger spring, if that makes any sense, right? It's coiling more and more. They're trying their best to get shares from you guys by dropping the price. You know, you look at it, oh, this stock is dead, this stock is doing nothing, and then look, just out of nowhere, look, you come back up over $1. No news, nothing. Yet you get news on filings, lawsuits, Bitcoin purchases, and what happens? You get shorted down. They use dark pool and they ladder you down. They hold your I put on daily. They put your shares on the side until it's time to buy them back, until the market makes them buy back the rules. So yeah, they bend all the rules. Why is this? There we go. So yeah, you've got news all along here. The only time that news really pumped the stock, by the way, was the buyback news down here, and the actual buyback, and the news of the lawsuit that was potentially happening, right? And the delisting. All that started happening at the same time, and they lost control down here at 20, 30, 40 cents. They lost control, and this is what happened. We got up here, and then they just started laddering down. Look, this is a perfect short ladder. This is all dark pool. All these shares, they're going to have to buy back. Whatever you guys didn't sell and you bought during these dips, they're going to have to buy back. Once they lose control again, like they did down here, this is going to happen here again. You're going to get another higher high. The problem this time with a higher high is they're out of time. In my opinion. In my research with those rules, they're out of time. They got 2 more days to settle this. If they don't, the guys that short ladder this are screwed. The guys that owe the dividend are screwed. The people in the lawsuits, legislation or whatever going on over there, they're screwed. This all ties together, guys. I don't think this is no longer an accident to me. This is it's happening. Hope that makes sense. We're trading above dollar 101, 102. Spread is 2 cents. Volume 7.43 million. Lunchtime, so don't expect much action right now. We'll watch the 15-minute. Okay, let's get back into the chat a little bit. Let's see what Cole said. Cole said, in December 2024, GNS initiated arbitration proceedings to, I can't say that word, resigned, to take back the APA, which involved LZGI receiving 7.4 million GNS shares, and so I was pretty close, and 6.6 million in cash. Okay, so basically what I was telling you about that arbitration is pretty close. The numbers, if you want to see, are in the chat. Per J. Cole. Per the not cool J. Cole. The second J. Cole. Mini J. Cole. Little baby J. Cole. Little 7-pound little baby J. Cole. All right, chat is pretty dead, so we're dying in the chat here. We're losing energy. We're getting repetitive. What do you guys think? Should we call it or should we stay on? Because if we call it, we could call it. If we get some crazy action, I could come back for power hour after I go eat. I'll play with my dog a little bit. Got a nice little Frenchie. Or we could sit here and you could listen to me blabber about other stuff. We could talk about life. We could talk about how handsome I am. We could talk about my puppy. We could talk about my favorite kind of food. We could talk about your favorite kind of food. We could talk dark pools. It's up to you guys. But if I don't get a response in the next 4 minutes, we're going to go and we'll come back. So, yeah, I need to do yard work. Thanks. All right, cool. Perfect. J. Cole speaks for everybody. This is the end of the stream. But hopefully you got some good information here. Oh, you want to talk about cars? Nah, I don't know nothing about cars, man. I got a bucket. I got Mustang. Nah. I can't talk about cars. You would own me on cars. My knowledge of the market is probably your knowledge in cars, and I don't I don't know much about cars. The price is back to 103, by the way, guys. They're fighting back. So I'll tell you what. I'll stay on till 9:30 a.m. Pacific, which is another 18 minutes, and we'll end the stream there unless something crazy happens. Because this is probably gonna get barcoded in dark pool. So if you guys have any questions, now's the time. If not, I think I'm gonna get on Zillow and buy some houses on the live stream. do some shopping on the live stream here. All right, cool. You guys are cool with it. All right, guys. Well, if something crazy happens, I'll be back at Power Hour. You guys are cool with me leaving, so I appreciate that. But thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to share this. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to share the last video. Or if you don't want to share the video, that's fine. But try to move the information along and tell them to research it themselves, right? So whatever you want to do it, share it or share the information. Either way, let it be known what's going on here, because I don't think the market knows, and a lot of people aren't aware of what's happening here with lawsuits and everything. So don't tell anybody to buy or sell. Don't give them financial advice, but give them the information and let them make up their own mind, right? You have historic comparisons. You have the overstock squeeze with the dividend. Okay, you can compare it to that, and you can show them why. Focus on the dividend, not on the lawsuits when it comes to that. Okay, because the lawsuits came from that. You could focus on GME and how that happened. Failure to delivers and retail volume that happened. Okay, money coming in. They lost control, and it went up. Right. You could tell them about AMC, same thing as GME, and you could tell them about HKD, which is pretty similar to what's going on right now. You could show them the difference between the bid and the ask. You could show them the amount of shares that don't make sense compared to what's owed on the ERL dividend. There's many ways you could explain this to them without sounding too crazy, because you have proof of this happening plenty of times to different stocks, right? The thing I would tell people, don't tell them to buy it. I would explain to them that this stock has potential to have those 3 different types of squeezes, catalysts, all happen at once. Now, don't tell them that means that this is going to go to some crazy $10,000 MOAS type squeeze. It could. Don't get me wrong. Anything is possible. But don't throw them off with that. Tell them the truth. There's a great potential to see a good return on investment, but it's a risk. At the end of the day, it's a gamble. But here's the information. So and so and so. This is how it's been manipulated. Dark pools. I gave you guys all the information. And on the video, the live yesterday, I showed you guys that little squiggly chicken scratch lines. Maybe that'll help you explain it a little bit. And you could do it on your own much better than I did with the writing. But that's a good way to head into this weekend. I think what would help us a lot is if we close above $1.20. That would be amazing. If we close below 98 cents, I don't know if they'll get as excited. But if you start seeing these big candles at the end of the day, heading into the weekend, I think we'll gather a lot of attention from traders and then from other potential investors. But again, explain everything to them. Don't tell them to buy or where to sell. Just explain the information and explain why you're in it. But don't tell them buy here, sell here. Don't do that. You're not financial advisors. Don't be responsible with people's money. And like I said yesterday on the stream, if you do invest in a squeeze play, not just Genius Group, but any squeeze play, never buy too much, like to where the point you feel stressed out with the price, right? If you're going to get into a situation like this, always make sure there's risk management. Your very first thing in risk management is ask yourself, if I was to lose all this money on this stock, how would I feel? Okay? If the price drops down 50% of my investment one day, how would I feel? Is it the end of the world for me? Would I be stressed out or would I be okay? Same thing. If this was to go up 100, 200% in a day, and all my research says it could go up thousands of percent in a day, is my amount that I risked enough for me to ride it all the way to the top, or as far as to the top I could take it without being stressed out or being scared of what's happening with the market, because squeezes have big fluctuations, right? You're talking about tens, 20s of percents going up and down when the squeeze starts usually. So I suggest that for you guys to take that to heart, because it's true. When it comes to squeeze plays like this, it helps out a lot. Okay. Um, and that's the best non-financial but opinionated advice I could give to you when it comes to risk management, is that on these type of plays. A normal place, we could talk a different video, different scenarios, but you have all the information for you when it comes to the squeeze play. If nothing happens the rest of the day, I won't come back. If we start squeezing towards 120, I'll come back to do the live stream at a power hour. Aside from that, I wish you guys a great weekend, a great Friday, rest of the day if you count today as a weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. I'll stream on Monday if I don't stream power hour today, no matter if we're down or up. But the crumbs are there, guys. Good luck to all of us. Good luck to you guys that are invested. It's nice to hear your guys' opinions on everything. I hope you keep being opinionated. Don't just rely on me. Don't just rely on people like KK. There's a lot of tools. Use them all. There's a lot of tools. You can use iBorrowDesk, Chart Exchange, Dilution Tracker. You can use ChatGPT, Gemini. You can use Investopedia.com. There's a lot of tools out there for you to learn of what's going on, okay? So with that, I thank you guys for stopping by. And again, share the stream. Like, subscribe if you want. You don't have to. Share the information most of all. And we'll see what happens from here. So thank you guys. I appreciate you for stopping by. I love you for it. And have a great weekend. Peace out, guys.